In a few minutes, you'll be watching a video on the registration process. In the video, you will see me reference the curriculum guide for you to view the electives that we will have available next year. We are very excited that this year Cypress Creek has decided to go green. The curriculum guide will be available only on the CCHS website. You can view the curriculum guide from the Academics and Curriculum tab. Please visit the website to learn more about CCHS classes.
Hello, I'm Ms. Fye, one of the guidance counselors here at Cypress Creek High School. We are getting to that very exciting time of registration for next year. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to fill out all of your forms correctly and what you need to do to try and get the classes that you want for next year. In your English classes, very shortly, you will be receiving one of these elective sheets. This is what you would be needing to turn back into your English teacher by the correct date. What you need to do on this sheet is fill out your name and ID number at the top of it, and then you will be choosing your electives on the back of it. What you need to do is number your electives 1 through 7. 1 is the elective you want the most, and 7 is the elective that you want the least. Please remember to number 1 through 7, just in case some of your top elective choices are full or do not fit into your schedule. If there is a number next to the elective, for instance, yearbook. Yearbook has a 4 next to it. So if there is any number next to it, you need to look at the bottom of the sheet for specific instructions on how to take that class. So for instance, we talked about yearbook, which is a number 4. If you look at the bottom of the elective sheet, there is a number 4, and it says after March 1st, you need to email Mrs. Philpott to get the application after school one day. If you see a pencil next to the elective class, that means you must have your current teacher sign off in the class in order for you to take that class next year. So for instance, Spanish 2. There is a pencil next to Spanish 2. If you would like to take Spanish 2 next year, you must write Spanish 2 on the front of your sheet and have your current Spanish 1 teacher sign off on the class for you to take Spanish 2 next year. Without a teacher's signature, we cannot place you in that class for next year, and we will not be able to hunt you down to find the signature. So please remember that you must have a teacher's signature if there is a pencil next to the elective class. All of the courses are listed in this curriculum guide that you will be also receiving in your English class. Every single class that we offer here at Cypress Creek is in this curriculum guide. All you need to do is find the correct class, and you can read about the description. So make sure you are reading about your classes, talking to your friends, and actually knowing what the class is before you choose the class. You will only have the first 2 weeks of next school year in order to change your classes. So we really want to make sure that you are choosing your electives wisely now, so that we do not have to worry about changing your schedule next year. All of your English, Math, Science, and Social Studies classes will be chosen for you by your current English, Math, Science, and Social Studies teachers. So you do not need to worry about those classes. Right now we are just focusing on your electives for next year. You will be having a one-on-one meeting with your counselor coming up soon. That way we'll be able to talk about all of your recommendations for next year from your current teachers, as well as your elective choices that you've chosen for the following year. All right. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Very excited to see that you're filling out your elective worksheets today to make sure they're in on time. So I see we have the name and student number. Yesenia, make sure you put your counselor name on there. So we want to make sure we get that to your correct counselor so they see your electives. Okay, so you have Miss Nelson. Okay. So now we are on to picking our electives for next year, which is on the back of the sheet. Okay. So Maria, what's the class you want to take the most?
I'm going to pick psychology.
Okay, psychology is a good course, especially if you want to go to college. Yesenia, what did you want first?
Paint.
Okay. Make sure you're numbering 1 and not just putting a check mark on there. Okay, and then the class you want the second most?
Psychology.
Psychology 2? Okay. Maria, what elective do you want the second?
I want ceramics.
Okay, so make sure you put ceramics 1 though, because you haven't had ceramics yet. So you can't do ceramics 2 until you take ceramics 1, which is a good class to take though, because then you can have your art credit done for graduation requirement purposes. All right, Yesenia, what are you picking? What do you got number 2?
I put psychology.
Okay, psychology number 2, and you marked number 2. So now we have painting number 1. So Yesenia, I see that you marked painting down, that you want to take painting for next year, but what do you have to do before you can actually sign up for that class?
I have to go to my 2D design class.
Yes. Okay, so it says prerequisite 2D design, which means you have to go to your 2D design teacher. And have them sign off on the front of the sheet. So you would write painting here, and then have your 2D design teacher sign right here. Okay? Are there any classes that you guys have questions about that you don't understand what they are?
What's the DE medical term class?
Okay, that is a good question. So if you have any questions about the classes, you need to look in your curriculum guide and find the class, which all of them are listed, and you can read about your medical terminology class.
Okay.
I'm going to take guitar 3 because I already know how to play guitar.
You have to take guitar 1 first.
Oh.
And if there's ever a question about what level, your teacher next year will make sure that you are placed in the proper level.
I think I'm going to take hoop this year again.
Didn't you already take it last year?
Yeah. We can't take them again?
No. Actually, none of the classes you can take more than once unless it is a different PE class. So the other classes, you at least have to move up to a level, but you can't actually take the same course twice.
Okay. So I can take like a team sports or volleyball.
Yes. So classes like team sports, volleyball, you can take more than 1 year, but none of the other classes you can.
Okay.
I chose painting, culinary, and color guard.
You should pick all the 7 ones. You never know if all the schedules are going to be full, so just in case you give them more options.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to give us 7 options. Keep that in mind, because sometimes the top choices are full. So even though those are the 3 you want the most, please pick 7 so that we have some options for you. Okay, well then if you guys have any further questions, the counselors will be in the cafeteria for the week, okay, during your lunchtime. So you can come see us there with your other questions.
Okay.
Good?
Thank you.
All right, thanks ladies. Have a good day. Hopefully now you all understand how to fill out your registration form correctly. And know that if you have further questions, you can see your counselor in the cafeteria. Forward to an exciting school year next year, and hope that you are too. Go Bears!
Yay.